I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So I have not talked today. That was literally the first, among the first sentences I've said today, and I just feel like my throat is not gonna work with me throughout this voiceover, but let's just ignore it. So it's just funny because I hadn't really realized until I started doing the voiceover, because how would I have realized? How would I have noticed? But today we are decorating an apartment. I sat down the other day, so yesterday, and I was just really in the mood to decorate an apartment. I wanted to have some fun with platforms. I wanted to decorate something a little bit smaller for sort of a bigger family. So this apartment can actually house a total of 6 Sims. I could have fit in another 2 Sims possibly into one of the bedrooms. So I would have put 2 bunk beds in there, but I also felt like that was maybe a little bit too much. That they'd be 4 Sims sharing like a 3x4 bedroom. I don't know, that felt a little bit mean, but not that I haven't done it before, I most definitely have. I feel like I might have turned Salim's apartment into an apartment for like 5, 6, or 7 Sims before too. So it's not like I haven't done it before, but for this one, I just wanted to make sure that it was still good for play, so like gameplay, so that you could download it and put it in your game and you wouldn't have issues with rooting and your Sims wouldn't have to walk on top of each other or whatever else. They don't do that, but you know what I mean. So I just decided not to. I decided to calm down a little bit with the whole cramping Sims into my builds, and ended up basically making it for 6 Sims total. But it's still a large household compared to the size of the apartment. This is decorated in, I can't actually see it because the picture is way too tiny, but you can see it in the upper left corner. It is in Spice District, or whatever that place is called, in Myshuno. I have not decorated apartments. Like before, I did the maximalist apartment last week, which by the way might do another one that's a little bit more toned down compared to that one. I'm not fully decided on that. So if you would like to see one, let me know. But I am kind of still thinking about it. But before that apartment, I hadn't decorated an apartment for like months. So I just really felt like doing that today. And I might be doing another one this week as well. I am kind of trying to do some, I don't want to call it research because that sounds so professional and I don't feel like I'm very professional, but I might want to, I kind of want to do some research or just like search for houses that look a little bit different that I want to build, which is stupid because trust me when I say it, like Pinterest boards, I have so many houses saved on my Pinterest, like it's ridiculous. I could just go through all my houses and I'd probably find something that I feel like I want to build in the moment that's really cool or something, but I'm just gonna go search for new houses because that's what I do on Pinterest. I save everything that I see, or not everything, I save everything cool that I see, but then I never go revisit my boards. I just go search for new pictures. So that's the whole thing. But I think I'm gonna do either an apartment or a tiny house for the next video while I'm still kind of scouting the internet for cool houses that we can take inspiration from. So if you have any, though, let me know. Send them to me in a DM on either Instagram or on Twitter. I would love to see, as always. But there's something very satisfying when you decorate apartments. They can just jump straight into decorating instead of having to go through the whole you still have to make a floor plan. But I was about to say, let's just skip past the floor plan, but you still have to do that for apartments. But you can skip past the whole making the shell and decorating the shell, figuring out the landscaping and everything. It's just sometimes you just want to jump straight to the interior, and that's just what I felt like doing yesterday as well. So this is the outcome. I will say it's a little bit more of like a classical me apartment. It's a little bit more toned down. There's still some color play in here, I will say that, but it's not like a whole lot compared to the last apartment that I did. I still wanted the apartment to be stylish, but also cozy and comfortable at the same time. A little bit fun as well, because we do have a total of, I think it's supposed to be for 2 teens and 2 kids and then the 2 parents. So there has to be a little bit of play in the interior as well because it does have like kids. So I decided to add in some toys here in the living room area because I feel like that's very realistic actually. I'm only basing this off of like homes that I've visited. So, but like my sister's house, they have Lego basically everywhere. So I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's very common for houses that or where they have children that they have toys basically just lying everywhere. We don't have that in this apartment, but there's just a few because again, I don't want to cause any rooting issues or anything like that. I will say that the whole like doing platforms in apartments issue is still an ongoing issue. So I am actually this should be a good time to explain that. When I upload apartments to the gallery in which I have used platforms, what I do is I basically put everything down to ground level again, but I will add half walls now. So the lowest half wall that I can add means that you have to raise the area that's closed off with that half wall. It's not fully closed off because then, you know, we got issues with rooms and everything. I know, uploading apartments is a whole issue in The Sims. It's fine. I mean, it's not really fine. I wish they would have fixed it, but we gotta work around. We just gotta think a little bit before we download and place them down, you know? So what I do is the lowest half wall means that you have to raise that area up by 1 tick. The second lowest means 2 ticks. So you just gotta like make sure you raise the area so that it's on the same level as the trim on the half wall. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense. So in this apartment, it's basically on, let me just count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different levels, I think. So you're gonna have to raise up the area in 4 different areas, or you're gonna have to raise up the platforms in 4 different areas and also add a staircase. But I know that it sounds like a lot of work. You can also choose not to do that if you don't wanna, but the apartment was built with platforms in mind, and I also made this little area. When you walk up to the dining room, you have to walk up a set of stairs because I thought that looked really cool next to the kitchen. So I would say it's a shame if you don't include that if you download the apartment, but again, it's up to you. Like, do what you want. I just feel like it looks a lot cooler with the use of platforms. Also because you get to use like different floors and see the textures play together and all of that. So I don't know, but it's up to you again. Do what you want to do. If you don't want to download the apartment as well as, you know, just disregard everything I just said before. But just thought I would try to explain exactly how my downloads work when it comes to apartments. So I think I've explained it once before, but it's a while ago. It was probably on a loft build or something, but again, it's a while ago. I've not done apartments for the longest time. So this might possibly be my favorite apartment that I have done in this specific apartment though. So my favorite version that I've done. I don't know, I just really like the platform use in this apartment. I feel like it works very well. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can do a little bit more of that in future apartments too. Although the downloads, like I said, are a little bit annoying and you know, all of that. It just takes a little bit extra work, but we can get through it, guys, right? Okay. I would say that this apartment definitely has a bit of a naturey feel to it. There's something about the wood tone, and I've just used a lot of wood textures too. I used a lot of items from both Eco Lifestyle, but also Dream Home Decorator, although I wouldn't say that this is necessarily straight up a Dream Home Decorator kind of apartment. I don't think so, but I might be delusional, like you never know. Anyway, but I will say, like, I feel like it's very naturey in a way. I also used a lot of plants where it would be realistic to have plants. So for example, no plants in this little area because there are no windows. The plants would die in real life. But I did think about that throughout this house. I was like, we cannot place any plants in like hallways and stuff. That doesn't make any sense because they would die. Unless they're made out of plastic. Also, just ignore that book stack there. That doesn't count. I don't know. Those are plastic plants. They're also separate or not separate from the book stack, just so you know. But like other than that, no plants in this little area. I mainly place the plants around the windows as well. I still love that pothos from Blooming Rooms. Like, it's just such a nice plant. We need more of that. Bushy hanging plants, so gorgeous. I wish that mine was a bit like that, but it's, I mean, she's kind of getting there. Not fully, but she's kind of getting there. She's gonna get a little bit bushier throughout the spring. Also, her name, by the way, if you're wondering why I say she, her name is Victoria because she's a marble queen. So, you know, anyway, yes, I am that person that names their plants. It's fine. They all have different temps. That's not what it's called. Different moods and wait, what is it called? Moods, temperaments. There you go. Temps, yes, and stuff. So they deserve some kind of personality indicator, if you will. Not saying okay, I'm just gonna, just in case you think I'm delusional, like actually delusional. No, I know that my plants don't have personalities. When I say temperament, I just mean like, when do they start drying out if I don't water them? That's what I mean. Just so we're on the same page here. I'm just joking around. It's just sometimes I kind of worry that my jokes don't translate very well and people think I'm crazy. Which, to be honest, I might as well be. Who knows? Anyway, so decorating the parents' bedroom. For some reason, I went completely blank after doing the dining room. I just took the longest break from doing this apartment. I don't know what happened. I wasn't watching anything. I wasn't even looking at the room, trying to figure out a layout and had any issues with it. I just stopped decorating and took a break. It was very strange. And then I sat back like, oh yeah, apartment. I should probably fix this. Anyway, so it's a very, actually, I don't want to call it a simple bedroom. I was trying to place as many items in here as I could without it causing rooting issues because I hate rooting issues. So they only have one bedside table so that, you know, it's not blocking this little hallway table underneath the window, but there's also, I put a chair over in the corner. It's not blocking anything. I made sure to go with these two dressers because they too were not blocking anything. They do have a bookcase over in the corner, the other corner, because they don't really have a lot of bookcases around the apartment. Just disregard, there's like one bookcase in the living room, but that is it. So I felt like maybe it would be cool for them to have like their own little book selection in their bedroom or something like that. Of course, it would have been nicer to go with one where you could put some more decor on it, but I just couldn't figure out which bookcase I felt would fit better than that one looks-wise. So I definitely feel like for some reason I've been having this thought lately that we just need new bookcases. I don't know what it is. I just feel like none of them fit my interiors perfectly. What is that? What's that about? It's always the bookcases. Actually, bookcases or couches. For some reason, those two I am having issues with constantly. Do you have like if you do a lot of decor or a lot of decorating interiors in The Sims, is there a specific item that you constantly have issues with that you can't find the perfect version of or the perfect style for? Or like, let me know. I'm sure that I'm not alone in this. A lot of people would probably say curtains, but I often tend to go for very basic curtains, so the ones that I'm using in here, which I believe are from Eco Lifestyle, and then also the ones that are from Base Game that we got extra swatches for, I tend to just go for those, basically. The very basic white ones, because they just fit a lot of interiors. But I'm having like I feel like a lot of people would probably say curtains. For me, it's couches and bookcases. I don't know what it is. They're just annoying me these days so much. Anyway, decorating the teens' bedroom. I kept this pretty simple too. They only have one shared dresser. I did not have a lot of room in here, which is also one of the reasons I'm happy that I decided not to place 4 Sims in here. That would have been mean, right? Like, it's a very small bedroom. I feel like it's still important sometimes, not always, but sometimes I feel like it's important to make sure that you still have some kind of other decorating options for the bedrooms so that it's not just here's a bed, because I want to be able to have as many Sims in this household as possible so they don't get to like have a desk or a laptop or a dresser or whatever in their bedroom. Sometimes I think it's more important that it also looks right so that it's not just beds, if that makes sense. I don't know how to get my thoughts across on this, but hopefully you get what I mean. So this is the kids' bedroom, a very narrow bedroom. I think it's a 2x5, and they don't have a lot in here because there's just not a lot of room. But I did end up placing some toys for them, like I said earlier in this video, in the living room. So they do have some fun stuff in there. But other than that, they have some toys in here actually. I think I also put one of the nursery kits in here. There's a whole toy box, and I try to keep it kind of cutesy, so I was mixing these it's like dusty blue and a pink kind of color. So I was just kind of trying to go for cutesy vibes for their bedroom. They're very, very small and very, very narrow bedroom, but I don't know. Just trying to make it cutesy with the space that I'm dealing with, but I don't know if it turned out well. Let me know. It kind of reminds me that I really want a summer dress in that dusty blue color. I've been looking at summer dresses lately because the weather has been really nice here. It's only March, so it's probably gonna go bad again. However, for the first time ever, I'm pretty sure I said this in another video too, but for the first time ever, I am actually looking forward to wearing summer dresses over the summer. That's never happened to me before. So I'm like, I gotta, how do you say that? Like, I gotta take advantage of this feeling when I still have it and make sure that I'm prepared. So I don't know, it feels weird looking forward to wearing dresses for summer. That never happens, not to me. So anyway, but we are more or less at the end of the video. We're just gonna decorate the bathroom, but that is pretty much it. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files can be found over on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment. But that is all. If you like BookTube, definitely check out my BookTube channel, which is also linked to in the pinned comment. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Can't get enough of this. Being with you is like never-ending sunshine. Feels like everything stops for a while when we look into each other's eyes. How could I ever let you go now when you're looking like that? Can't get enough of this. Being with you is a never-ending sunshine. You got your high heels on, and I'm wearing my worn-out jeans. What could go wrong? Sipping on a beer, sing along to our favorite songs. All I want is you. You make my world spin round and round. Sometimes I don't know what to do, 'cause my heart starts racing.